Again, I'm in the greenhouse a little bit later today. That's why it's a little bit darker. I have at nighttime one little light in here. It is a grow light, and I do leave that on. It's purple and red. In fact, it doesn't necessarily need it at night, but I do leave it on, just especially because it's Canadian and it's winter and it's been cold, and the plants don't seem to get a heck of a lot of light. But I do leave it on also so that when I can look out the window, I can see if the fuse has actually, if my breaker has broken and if my heater's still working. So I like to leave the light on because it's a good visual cue for me without having to come out here. So that's another reason I leave it on. Anyway, that's why we're in this haze. So it's going to be a quick stream tonight. I'm just going to do this quick. I have some things I've soaked today, so I've got to get them in tonight. And I've got to mix some soil and stuff still. Everything's like behind right now, so I got to do the soil and get these in before I can get into the house. Otherwise, I've ruined my soaking for the day, and I have to re-soak them again. Some new seeds, and I don't want to waste them. So let's get this done. But yeah, strange title today, maybe. So I've talked about the benefits of working in the greenhouse, but one of the things I wanted to say is that, the plants get me, right? So I feel that's, when you're stressed and you're looking for that outlet or that hobby or that thing that kind of, calms you down and lets you de-stress and everything. Today I had a good part of the day, but this evening has not been so great. So I've kind of, a little frustrated with things and whatnot. And I'm like, I got to get out to the greenhouse, and I'm going to use this to my benefit in that, there's lots of times where I'll come out here and I'll just take some breaths. You can scream at the plants. You can, if you want to, you can talk it out, or you can just be quiet. They don't expect anything from you. One thing that they do always do is radiate good energy to you. So that is a benefit. They're like a good friend that listens, doesn't talk back. So the plants get me. That's what I'm talking about today, basically. There's lots of times where maybe you're trying to work on something in your head. You're trying to work some things out, or you're trying to plan some things or organize some things. And, even though your hands are busy, your brain is also thinking too. Now, on the contrary, you can also meditate. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of or seen Bella Rose yet, but she's through the Jaw Healing channel. I'll be presenting with Jaw Healing on April 10th, talking about gardening and self-sufficiency. But Bella Rose is their like in-house meditation expert, spiritual person, right? So she talks about meditation the other day. She talked about meditation and how, it's great to be able to like put your candles on and get your sage out and all that stuff and have some quiet time, put some nice music on and whatnot. But guess what? We all don't have that time. I sure don't. So it's nice that she's been talking about that, and that she's been doing quick meditations like in her car or like at her desk or whatever, whenever you have a couple minutes and you just need to like de-stress or like disconnect from the stress of the day or the situation or the chaos of the day. It's a good way to do it. For me, everyone does things differently. Everyone meditates differently. I would venture to say that either I meditate while I'm cooking or I meditate while I'm gardening. See, I'm sitting here playing with the soil. That's another thing. Grounding. I don't know if you've ever heard grounding, but I'm a believer, man, because I had spent a lot of time in nature, and gardening was my outlet. And not only did it take a lot of the stress and the chaos out of maybe not out of my life, but out of my head to let me think things through and work things out. It's also helped me, I think, a great deal physically. My health. Working with nature and being in nature and, getting back to nature and doing things more healthfully and more organically and more, and I don't mean just eating the food. I mean actually getting out here and working the soil, working in nature, working in the environment, picking up that grounding, getting all those negative ions off of you from the day, and picking up the good ones. It's a good de-stressor. I know a lot of people, they this new, it's not new, it's obviously not new, there's nothing new under the sun, that ASMR, the audio sensory, where people listen to different sounds. Or I see all these new videos on Instagram with people like doing visual things that de-stress you, like, I don't know, sticking Play-Doh or something through like a strainer, or gently carving eyeshadow and making a cool pattern. Like, I see a lot of these things, and I think everyone's just searching for an outlet to de-stress. And I think not only gardening is a great de-stressor, but you're also accomplishing something. You're also establishing a nice healthy lifestyle. You're learning things, and you're just able to de-stress. So I came out here because I need a little plant time. I need some this is self-care. Self-care is a huge topic right now because everyone is so stressed, especially over the last year, with the COVID and everything else, on top of all of our other problems that everyone deals with on a daily basis. So I needed some self-care. This is my kind of self-care. Getting dirty, getting my hands dirty, getting, accomplishing something. And to me, it's not really about me, the gardening. I am so concerned about the health and welfare of my household and my family that is my driving force. This is where I started. This is why I started what I started in the first place, to help my mom when she had cancer. After we lost my father, I was, everything happened so quickly. I was slow on the uptake, but I knew that when Mom got cancer right after Pop, we had to make some real changes in our lives. We really had to sit and think about, how are we going to do things differently from now on, and how can I do everything I can on my end to assist everyone in their health and wellness. So gardening has been such an outlet and such a blessing and such a way for me to just get out of all the rest of the, get back to basics and to take care of the most essential and most necessary needs that we oftentimes don't take care of. It's easy to go pick up some fast food. It's easy to order in. It's easy to, just forget about taking care of yourselves. And everything has become such a society of convenience and of speed and everything else, right? People aren't taking the time to get out here and do this for themselves. It's not even just the food, it's the process. And I think that's something that we all need to start learning, is getting back to basics and doing. Hi from Florida. What's up, Pauline H? Yeah, it's something that I think we all need to really carve some time out of our lives to do. And I know I'm always talking about self-sufficiency and all of that, and it's so important. If we just made small steps towards trying to produce our own foods, our own natural medicines, our own, it gives you ownership of your health. It gives you ownership of some kind of control. I'm not comfortable giving all the control to a doctor, and a team of doctors even. I'm not comfortable with that. I want to be a part of my process. I can't just go along with what everyone, is telling me. I have to go through the process. If I'm sick, I need to get outside. I need to figure out what it is I can do. What can I do? What can I eat? What can I grow? What can I do healthfully? Drink more water, get some more exercise. And gardening, again, is a really, it can be strenuous depending on what you're doing. So, I mean, I've been an athlete all my life, and I think my best workouts that I get now are from gardening, hauling stuff, starting new projects. It gets me out in nature. It gets me sweating. It gets me some sunshine, forces you to drink some good electrolytes and water. It forces you to kind of have fun. And I think we've lost that too. There is no fun anymore. I like to come out here and make mud pies. I mean, I was laughing at myself yesterday when I was planting, and I said, what I'm doing right now isn't so far off from what I did when I was little, when I was a kid, when I got to do whatever I wanted outside. I'm still trying to do that. So there's got to be something to that, you know. Anyways, I think the plants get me. They don't talk back to me. And they listen to my issues. I don't know. What do you guys do to de-stress? Tell me what's going on with you guys. What is your biggest beneficial way to de-stress these days? Mind, body, and spirit. Yes, Pauline. Am I right? I think I'm right. I think I'm right on in the vein. Because I can feel it. I guess you have to do what makes you feel good, right? You have to do what you connect with. And for me, that's connecting with nature and getting back to nature. I feel most comfortable with that. I was talking to Bella Rose the other night on the phone. And, you know, we were talking about, I don't want to get all spiritual with you guys, but we were talking about star seeds and, you know, people. She goes, but you're very charismatic, and you seem to do well in big groups and stuff like that. And I'm great with that. I love people, and I can communicate, and I like to organize, and I like to do a lot of things like that. But there are times when I just need to get off by myself. I got to be by myself. I need to listen to the things in my head or not. I need to just be by myself. And this is a really good outlet for me. And I feel like I'm actually accomplishing something while I'm doing so. So hopefully you guys have found something in your life that helps you de-stress and maybe meditate through. I know I do, especially in the summer. I can't, like, when we're in winter here in Canada, God bless you, Pauline, for being in Florida. You must have so much fun in the sun. Because as soon as the sun starts hitting here in the spring, it's like, I see Canadian people who are so funny. There'll be still snow and slush on the ground, and people are trying to like put their sandals and their shorts on to go scrape the rest of the ice off the driveway. Like, we just can't wait to get outside. It's just been so long. That sunshine is so important. It helps with your mental health, that vitamin D. And you know what? It's the only reliable source of vitamin D that we get. Who knew, right? And I'm not saying don't wear sunscreen, but I'm not such a huge advocate of it, to be honest, because we need that on our skin. Why are we're blocking a lot of rays? How do you know you're not blocking that? And I think that everyone needs a little more sunshine in their life. I'm just saying, I need to soak it up. I need all of that I can get. And while I'm sitting here talking to you, all I'm doing is playing in the soil. I'm not getting anything done. But hey, I feel a lot better. And yeah, it's quiet in here. Aside from that, I have a 2.5-year-old, and she is busy, and she can be a lot sometimes. So it's nice to get like 5 or 10 minutes out here and just like breathe and in here quiet. All I hear is the heater out here. Yes, mind, body, and spirit, Pauline. I did see that. I'm sorry. Absolutely. And also, I agree. It does raise your vibration. I think every time I come out of here, I feel a little better. And maybe that's just because I've adjusted my attitude or I've worked something out, or I just had a few minutes to myself to re-gauge. Anyway, I hope the plants get you too, or you start getting some plants so that you can learn how they can get you. But they got me. They don't run away from me. They don't talk back. They're a joy. They grow. They give me positive energy. They give me not just food. They give me positive energy back. You can sense they're growing. I did a show, a live stream a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now. Gosh, time flies. About plants are beings, and plants are beings. Like, they are alive. Why? How on earth do you think that they're not a being and they don't have feelings? They definitely have feelings. You can tell. They've done studies on it. I mean, plants grow better when you talk to them. So guess what? When plants communicate with us, surely we must grow better as well. Anyway, I hope that this hit home with someone, or someone that needed to hear this, or someone that needed an idea about a new hobby. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Bye, Miss Pauline. Thank you for communicating. And I hope to see you guys again. I hope you guys get it. That's it. Be a champion in your kitchen, in your greenhouse, wherever you are. Just be a champion today, okay? I'm Kimberly Turner. Have a good night. Bye.